Hello friends, it's Wednesday morning and my plan today is to get some cleaning done. For some reason, cleaning is the work that I dread the most. I am currently reading this book. I've actually read through the whole thing within the first week of having it, and now I started back at the beginning to work through it more slowly. My initial thoughts are that I really like it, and I can really relate to a lot of it from my past experiences with depression. Many of those issues I've already worked through and found my own workarounds, tips, and tricks, but I wish I had had this book years ago. My current issues with cleaning are a bit different, but I still want to absorb all the good advice in this book. Once I've had time to reread it and reflect, I hope to share more. Just look at this big mess. I don't know how it gets so bad so quickly. And the amount of dishes I have to do, ridiculous. I bet I can't clean all of them today, but I definitely want to put a big dent into this mess. And here we have a full drying rack and still some cups left over. Hopefully this week I can catch up. Since I'm already working in the kitchen and I seem to have run out of a few things, let me take a moment to fill up my containers. First, we have sugar. Next, we have some cleaning vinegar. And finally, I have this big bag of protein powder that has been living on my counter. And I purchased a special jar just for that. So I'm going to transfer it into the jar. Oh my gosh, that was a perfect fit. Oops, forgot to put the scoop in there. Let's hope I can squeeze that in now. Oh yeah, there's still a little bit more room in there. Okay, that worked out awesome. Much better than expected. All right, that fits much better on my counter. Now this looks better, like a kitchen I actually want to be in. So a couple of days ago, we had a little rain event that caused some flooding. It almost got into my house, but not quite, which is obviously very good. But I did end up having to wade through water on the street that was maybe mid-thigh deep as I was getting home from work. Our whole neighborhood was flooded and my mom's garden did not fare so well. Some things are still doing quite well, but others, well, not so much. Maybe as the ground dries up, some of these plants will perk up as well. Needless to say, my mom is devastated. And as stressful and annoying as the whole situation was, I cannot express how grateful I am that the water did not actually come into my living space. That would have been a real disaster and a mess that I don't have the headspace to deal with. Good morning on Friday the 18th. Well, I never thought I'd be recording or doing anything in the morning, but I'm trying something different today. I have about 45 minutes before I gotta get going for work, so I'm going to try and use this time well and fold some laundry. I haven't done this in 2 weeks, so there's quite a bit to do. Took about half an hour, but everything is folded. Now, time to put it away. Hey guys, it's Saturday morning now. Today's the day that I've planned to do the bulk of my cleaning tasks, and here I am. It's almost noon and I'm getting ready to start. Obviously, I have been putting it off a bit here and there this morning, but I did get 2 very important things done today already. I needed to run an errand, and I did that this morning, combining it with a walk, which of course is always a win-win. After that, while it was still cooler, I wanted to go into my mom's garage. I do store some things there. And after the flooding we had earlier in the week, where the water got in, it was about ankle deep. All the silt and debris just needed to be cleaned off of everything. So I spent about an hour, maybe 2 hours in there working on that. And I'll probably have to go back maybe tomorrow to clean things up again once this dries out now. That is a big task off my list for today, but inevitably it is now time to get to cleaning around the house. So let's go. Today, as I'm going around and cleaning, I have a special mission in each of the rooms. I want to tackle at least one little project that has been sitting there and annoying me for a while. I usually ignore these areas as I rush around and try and get cleaning done. But today, no more. I will try to make each of these areas just a little bit better. So in the kitchen, I have 2 little things I want to tackle. One of these areas here in the kitchen is right here on top of my toaster oven. I have a camping pot, which has been out for months for no reason whatsoever, and a little muffin tin that does not belong out here. Another situation I have is here under my shelving unit. I've noticed in prior weeks that something has leaked and created this puddle. So today I'm going to try and figure out what that is and make sure to clean everything up. For my one project here in the hallway, this bag and box have been sitting here for a few months now. They both contain items I have set aside for donation, but I just haven't gotten around to dropping that off. Today, I'm going to move these out into the hallway, one step closer to the door. All right, I have the kitchen floor all swept up, and same thing here in the hallway. These 2 floors are ready to be washed. we have the kitchen looking pretty nice. And the hallway too. My one little side quest in the living room is reattaching the top of this blind where one of the kitty cats, I will not be naming names, tries to jump up on. Well, scratch that. It looks like he has actually broken off these little tidbits on both sides, so now this part of the blind just will not stay up. I gotta look into replacement parts. If nothing else, having this big pile of fur is satisfying. Okay, the vanity and the toilet got cleaned. I really need to commit to deep cleaning the whole bathroom next week. I might be a little worse for wear, but everything got done on time. Now time for a quick shower and then some actual paid work. All right, another week done, and a successful one at that. Not only did I get all my cleaning done for this week, I also did some cleaning for my month and even worked on cleaning the cabinets. Only the bottom ones for now, but that's okay. This is still great progress. Not only did I work on my cleaning goals, I actually made a start on some other goals as well. On Friday, I had set aside some time to look for a new primary care doctor. I did plan on doing that for at least 10 minutes. I actually spent maybe a half an hour going through the list of doctors for my insurance plan to try to find somebody within the network. Sadly, I was not successful, but this is a good start. Another big first step I took is finding the 2 facilities or providers that my friends had recommended for therapy. They had sent me these contacts a while back, but I did go back into my old phone and some old messages, and I was able to find these 2 contacts. The next step for this would be checking if either of these are in network with my insurance and reaching out to potentially set up an appointment. But one step at a time. A task that I have on my to-do list is repairing an inflatable boat that I have. So I did some research to verify what type of material the boat is made for and what type of patches and glue would work best for that. Now that I have a better idea, it's just a matter of ordering or purchasing those materials. So even though nothing much has changed here, I have been making some progress behind the scenes. I'm slowly crossing things off of my to-do list, and this is the current updated total of my earnings from my second job. Honestly, each week I go back and forth trying to decide if the $2,000 goal is doable or not. I guess we will just see. I have been doing a little better on my habits this past week, so hopefully that's an indicator of things to come. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.